Hello world, Alexandre Buckley here, and let's talk games. So it is finally here, it is now available, you can download it right now, this second. It's Apple Arcade. Apple Arcade is a brand new service from your favourite manufacturer of smartphones and laptops and everything else, Apple of course. And it's a brand new service hoping to take on the gaming industry, and in particular I'd say mobile gaming. This is going to be my official review. We're going to go over what it is, what it isn't, and whether you should download it or not, if it's worth the actual price, basically. All the information and stuff is going to be covered in this video right now. So let's get on with it. So first of all, if you missed my previous video, what is Apple Arcade, what's it all about, what they've announced, I'm going to go over it very quickly here. Apple Arcade is the best way to think of it, is like a buffet. You basically pay an entry fee, and for that fee, you can then get and download as many games as you want in the Apple Arcade service. There's hundreds of games to choose from, but you basically pay one entry fee and you can download these full games onto your mobile phone, your iPad, your Mac, your favourite Apple device, and then just carry on playing them. So think of it like Game Pass or something like PlayStation Now, something like that. You pay an entry fee, you get access to a load of games. Simple as. Now, when it comes to mobile gaming in particular, it's very inconsistent. So you get some games that are really awesome, like Crossy Road, any of the Rockstar games that have been released on there, stuff like that. They're really good, high quality games. And then there's stuff that isn't as good, like Mario Kart, but that's another video that we'll discuss another time, because that's just a whole mess. But it basically encompasses everything that's wrong with mobile gaming. It's inconsistent and there's loads of problems with it. Some of those problems are things like microtransactions, the price, stuff like that. The quality does vary quite a lot in mobile gaming. So what Apple Arcade is, or what they were trying to do, is basically make it better and basically attack the entire industry and just make it simpler, better and cleaner for everyone. And I'd say they've largely been very successful in this. So first things first, and this is the most important thing, it's one fee, so you pay $4.99, and for that $4.99 you can download these games and play them as much as you want. The majority of the games work offline. Weird exception to this is the Sonic racing game. I have no idea why, but you can only do races online. But this does seem to be the exception to the rule. Otherwise, pretty much most of the games I've tested, they've worked offline, which is great. There are no microtransactions, which is amazing. If you don't know what microtransactions are because you're new to gaming or you've been under a rock for the last 5 years, essentially, especially in mobile gaming, you would download something and then an advert would come up, and then to get past the advert you could either watch it for 30 seconds or pay some money, real money, not fake money, real money, to get rid of the advert. Or alternatively, you'd be playing a game and you can't get past the level because real money's needed to get past that level. It's super annoying, it's super uncool, and no one likes microtransactions. They are something evil from the depths of hell that nobody likes. But the good news is Apple Arcade has no microtransactions. You're getting the full game as it is, nice and clean, and just that's wonderful. So for that alone, Apple Arcade's a huge win, but carries on. The other thing they clean up is the controllers. So essentially, a lot of mobile games are very inconsistent with their controls. Some touchscreen games work really well, some don't. Right off the bat, because of the new software running on like your mobile phone, like iOS 13, you can now attach very easily good controllers. So for my review, I played some games in with the normal touch controls, and then I paired up a PS4 controller, which is really easy to do. You put your controller into pairing mode, and then you just basically select it in your Bluetooth settings. That's pretty much all I did. And to be honest with you, I found every game I played worked better with the PlayStation 4 controller, but that's it. It's not a knock too much on the touch controls. The touch controls were good mostly, but I just found it infinitely easier to be using a PS4 controller. I don't know if that's because I'm used to using that when I'm doing games or whatever, but it's nice to have the option. And it does kind of raise this sort of question as well, because the question I've been asking about mobile games for a while has been, can a mobile phone be essentially a games console? Can it replace a games console? And the answer in brief is it can't, but we're getting a lot closer to that, because if you had your phone now and the right cable, so in case of Apple it would be a lightning to digital AV adapter, which allows you to plug your phone into a TV. All you then need is a controller like a PS4 controller or an Xbox One controller, and you're set. You can play games just like that, plug it into a TV and boom, you've got a games console right there in your pocket. The setup is a lot lower as well. You're paying $4.99 to get a bunch of games. That's excellent, that's pretty good, and that's a feature that shouldn't be underappreciated or undervalued. That's a huge plus for this service as well. But to be honest with you, when you're talking about a gaming service, the most important thing is, of course, the games. How good are the games? Do they hold up? Are they worth it? And the short answer is, yeah, they're all pretty good. They're really good games. And I will just say this off the bat, they don't have a killer IP yet. There's nothing on there that I'm like, you must play. This game is phenomenal. You need to play this game or anything like that. There's nothing major on the platform yet, but it is early days. This has only been out for about a week or so, if that. So you have to give it time. That being said, what they do have here is a lot of interesting indie games, and my favourite indie game that I played, spoilers because I'm going to do a review video, is a game called Skate City, which I won't give away too much, but graphically it's just beautiful, the art style is beautiful, it's just an amazing example of an independent game. It's real straightforward, you just skate along, do tricks, and you unlock more cities and more challenges by completing challenges. You get in-game currency, but you don't pay for this in-game currency. It's what mobile gaming should be. It's very simple and easy to pick up, quick to play, and it's great fun. Other games that I tried out and thought were really good were the Rayman mini game. That's excellent as well. The Lego game, the Lava game, all these games, they're really good. They basically all hold up at the moment. And that's the main thing. There's a huge selection. So if you're not into one game, you can just dip into another one. And that's the main selling point of this service. And for the price point of $4.99, it's totally worth it. Totally. You can't really dispute it that much. Apple Arcade is the biggest thing to happen to the mobile gaming industry in a long time, and it is so good. It's so good for what it does. And I think the real key, the real joy of it is the fact that it's independent developers that are at the moment getting bigger spotlight shone on them, and you can find some real gems in there. And what I like as well is daily they're updating it and putting new games at the forefront. So today when I've just loaded it, Playing the Dark is getting a lot of play, getting a lot of love on the arcade tab. So for those of you that don't know, you just go to the App Store and it's in the bottom of your screen, just like that. Apple Arcade is just chilling out there at the bottom, just showing you everything. You can scroll through it. They have a game in the showcase normally, and they show you other games as well that they recommend. And to be honest with you, when you can just basically play as many games as you want in a month, it's worth just downloading these games and trying it. And the most awesome thing is, if you don't like a game, you don't have to just stick with it. You literally can just delete it, which is awesome. So from what I've played at the moment, I've not played every single 100 games that there are at the moment, but what I have done is play a few of the games, test it out, and the few games I have played have been awesome. I've enjoyed every single bit of it. I think it's been great fun, and I definitely 100% recommend it for you, because it's just such a breath of fresh air compared to the rest of the mobile gaming landscape. So that's going to be my review, guys. Tell me what you think. Try Apple Arcade. If you've got an iPhone, you've got a Mac, download Apple Arcade, have a play for it, and let me know what you think. For the rest of this month, what I'm going to be doing is downloading the games that I play, and then just sort of doing a review on each one of the games to see how they hold up, if they are good. I've not found that killer IP yet, so there's one thing I would say is it's not like a must-have service, but if you play mobile games, definitely, there's no reason not to get this. This is the best thing you can do. The only thing I would say, which I got asked this question about this kind of friend who said, is it better than the Rockstar games? And I was like, no, but the problem with the Rockstar games is they run off nostalgia. So it's like, a lot of that is because you're remembering what the game was like on the PlayStation 2, for example. And when you take that out of account, then technically speaking, there are no killer IP games on the mobile platform anyway. There's nothing there to draw you in. So the killer IP at the moment is Apple Arcade itself. That's the big sort of selling point. But yeah, I'm going to go through the game as the month goes on. But download it and let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Have a good one. Peace.